very cool in my opinion. Speaking of Night Elves, we have not Lucifer versus Agatha now, but the decision in Group D. Group D looks like this, and it's fairly easy to explain. Believe is already in the playoffs, and Check and ReMinD, they will fight it out. Both 1-1. Check lost to Believe, ReMinD lost to Believe. They both won against Ken. Check has a slightly better map score, but that is not important since, you know, who wins this best of 3 will advance. And some of you might say, oh, it's Night of Mirror, it's so boring, but I don't think so. I think we're gonna see something cool. And speaking of something cool, the game starts. And I did not adjust the overlay. Who's red? ReMinD is yellow, alright. This is so old school, everybody. Doesn't get much more old school than this. Okay. Come on. Gotta change the race and then we're good to go. Alright. Let's go for it. This is Ancient Isles. And yeah, the situation is easy to explain, as I did before. Come on, oh, this is so weird. Here we go. So, ReMinD and Check, only one of the two old school players will advance. Both played for SK back in the day in one team. So former teammates, of course. These two players know each other for a long, long time. And they know each other inside out. Check recently in a good shape. He went to the finals of Jera Cup 69 last Sunday. Pretty damn good performance against Happy, for example, the Undead. If you haven't seen this game, it's on our YouTube. There's a must-see comment behind this, so that best of 3 between Happy and Check was really, really epic. Go watch it, guys. But let's see what they can do in this Night of Mirror. Of course, both players are going for the Demon Hunter. There's basically no alternative if you want to play it very serious. You can go for Pardon, you can go for Keeper maybe, high star shape. But I think the Koreans, they always have faith in that Demon Hunter, and of course on Ancient Isles there is this one spot that you do, and then you're close to level 2. And that's what both players are doing here. ReMinD a little faster. Check now with the Claws of Attack. Nice little item here. Ring of Protection, of course, not that great. No tier 2 tech just yet by both. Okay, there it is. Check and ReMinD starting this creep at the same attack at the same time. So if this turns out to be a bear mirror, which I doubt to a degree, then these spots are very important because there is a vamp aura to be found. And if you have a vamp aura, you will most likely win the bear fight. That's for sure. The other creep spots not that important in this game, I guess. Maybe the red spots for, I don't know, Book of the Dead or the Health Stone. Wand of Illusion can be a factor. Wand of Illusion is great in Bear Mirror. Mostly they micro with A-click, and then the illusions soak up a lot of damage if done perfectly. But yeah, it's about time to drop the Hunter's Halls if they want to go for bears. But this already looks a bit like a Talon building position. Building placement. For ReMinD, not so much. So both players... Oh no, only one player going for the shop here. No boots on ReMinD. He's a little cheap today. And he gets the Wand of Illusion. Can be a nice little edge. No Hunter's Hall in neither of the bases. Is this the Night Elf curse that strikes them over and over? Or are they both playing ranged? 3 archers here, 4 archers here. ReMinD is definitely playing range. There's an Ancient of Wonders, so he did not forget about the Hunter's Hall. Both are playing range. Interesting. No bear mirror, but a range mirror. Archers and Talons is a nice little combo. Cool synergies with Purifier and, of course, the cheap archer damage that you get. They chase each other a bit across the map, but they're waiting for Tier 2 to finish. Oh my god, check!
A player's forces are under attack.
He is going for bears, but so late. ReMinD is sticking to range, though. Waiting for the Ancient of Wind. Maybe Check is going... I don't know. There is no Ancient of Wind. He's going for Lores. Naga for Check as a second hero. No second hero yet for ReMinD. And he's on Tier 2 as well. No Ancient of Wind for him too.
A player's
that is really weird.
Attack.
What's going on here on AI? Immediate Tier 3 tech. Special tactics by ReMinD? Or is this just
Town is under siege.
mistake after mistake? Or am I missing something here? But I don't think so. Once again the ring, he's going for the Naga now. Usually when both players go for the Naga, one dies in the end of the first encounter, but not this time here. ReMinD is staffing a bit, not losing anything, so he gets away. But ReMinD is engaging again. He has the Ancient of War against him. And he's not able to get the Naga. Now he has to be careful with his Demon Hunter, and this is the timing where he's retreating. There's the first Ancient of Wind for ReMinD, but only the first one. Double Ancient of Lore here. This is so weird. What are they doing in this game? Mind boggled, everybody. But okay. Okay. It's very cool for us. Bears against Talons is very entertaining. So far this game was very passive. Lots of creeping, lots of little skirmishes.
A player's forces are under
But
attack.
nothing too fancy. And the Talons are coming, as promised. Demon Hunter close to level 3. Same amount of experience here. Are the Nagas the same as well? Yeah, what a mirror match regarding the heroes. But yeah, we have Dryads, a lot of them. Now switch, no, only 2, yeah, 2 of them. Now switching to Bears. I thought the production was
A player's
more
forces
regarding
are under
Talons.
attack.
Dryads. And yeah, more archers here. Archers and Talons it is. So the archers have to take care of the Dryads. The Talons have to take care of the Bears. That's how this game will unfold. Of course, there's always the potential to go for more Dryads to completely counter the Talons. But yeah. You really want the Bears though. At least some of them. Wind of the Wind on the one side, and that's good because he has no Dispel. Healing wards, not so great. So we're waiting for Master Training on both sides, one for Bears, one for Talons. And ReMinD expanding here on the right side of the map. Healing, of course, with a heal ward, very easy. Delirious Field of Accuracy is one of the best items that he could have found here. Damage boost for everything. It's just 2 and 1, and on the Naga +3. But he will have a lot of units. Already this is 10 damage more per volley. For free. That's nice. So check level 3. Here's level 3. Sees the aura now and sees the rest of the army. Only one bear. Oh, the Naga is in problems. Has to pull the town portal already. Runs away with the rest of the army. But master training is finally finished. So both players have the weapons they need. Czech is not aware that this is coming up. Of course, there is a potential for Jepas here from the laboratory. Maybe if I was ReMinD, I would plant a Wisp there. But he's reminded I'm a level 20 Battle.net noob, so what do I know? Would be a nice little touch though. This was quite a heavy investment for ReMinD, of course. So the army for Czech is better now. 50 food versus 46. Slightly better, but better. Heal scroll number 1 for ReMinD.
Players' forces are under attack.
No heal scroll here, but 2 claws. Plus 22 damage. Oh, this Demon Hunter. This Demon Hunter will cause some trouble. Now Red Drag Creep. Here we go. Illyria's Perfect Accuracy number 2. But he will be Creep Jack. Here comes Czech. Can he turn this game around? Except that there's an expansion. Can he win this fight to kill the expansion? Would be key for him. First 2 talents down already. The position is not that great. He has to move the talents, I feel. But he doesn't do it. Gets rid of the first bear. But there's still 1 more. 2 more. And this is not looking good for Czech. But now he has a little better position. He positioned his talents finally against the Pocket Factory. And now ReMinD, Czech has to go away. ReMinD's Expo is up though. Demon Hunter of ReMinD in problems. There is 1 more heal spell, but he doesn't really want to use it. Demon Hunter of Czech now going down. Oh, except the town portal. He gets with the mana burn. He gets the bear. And yeah, things are looking good for ReMinD. Very, very good. The start of this fight wasn't too great, with the 3 talents being caught immediately. But yeah. Ooh, look at the transition, guys. Mountain Giants with the first upgrade. They are, of course, amazing versus both archers and talents. They have normal armor. And magic damage and piercing is both reduced to normal armor. And they can tank a shitload of damage. So both players know that there's a lot at stake here. Let me remind you, the loser goes home. The winner advances to the offline playoffs in Seoul. And Czech is engaging. He thinks, alright, I got the big mountain giant. I can do this now. Nice little focus on the Pocket Factory being gone immediately, but he has the Engine of War. So it's fairly hard. Oh my god, the mountain giant is doing nothing. Finally he starts to attack. This one as well. And I think ReMinD will be able to defend this. Oh, Tinker being staffed out. Now the Demon Hunter being cycloned out of the fight. And the Demon Hunter of Czech is doing so much damage here. Going for the Naga now. Cyclone again. He really has to keep him high up in the air. The Dryad's untouchable for the talents. And there's only 1 archer left. So there's basically not too much that he can do against it except with the Demon Hunter. Engine of War is a great weapon against the Mountain Giant. And healing those guys up is pretty damn hard. 60 food for Czech and 52 for ReMinD. And the Tinker is dead. This time no staff. The staff had to be saved for the Demon Hunter. Nice little staff out. But yeah, Czech invested a lot into this push. ReMinD, hold on. And there's no counter expansion for the former MTW NSK player Czech. The moon juice will all be gone. It's nighttime though, it's regenerating, it's okay. But healing up 1,400 HP, that is a lot. He can use Reju, did so on the demon, but yeah, the rest
A player's forces
needs
are
to be
under
from the
attack.
fountains. Level 4 and level 3, evasion and fork lightning. Same here. So yeah, that's Czech's big upper hand. This Demon Hunter. This is ReMinD's big upper hand. The expansion. He's waiting for something at the shop, I feel. But alright, not using it. Nope. So what items does he have? Heal Scroll, Invo Potion. Only one of them. Second shop here. This shop, there's one more Heal Scroll. But does he really need it? He feels like it. A little support is never wrong. Maybe even a Protection Scroll would be great. Now Mass Wisps coming in for Detonate and Mana Burn. Speaking of Mana Burn, here's the first one. ReMinD's expansion is pretty good. 45 Fork Lightning kills 2 Talons right at once. Oh, he has to use his Fork Lightning on the Wisp, but there are 2 coming through. Nevertheless, Demon Hunter of ReMinD is in problems here. Spot being used, so all the focus on the Mountain Giant. Demon Hunter with the Invo Potion Heal Scroll. Now he's back into the fight. The Tanking Bear is gone. Level 2 for the Tinker. ReMinD seems to be very, very stable, but now he has the problem that he can't really attack the Dryads. Has to do it with the Demon Hunter, but he's in problems. Has to be staffed out again. Naga has to do the job. In the meantime, Dryads are finishing one Talon after another. Mountain Giants are still standing. Demon Hunter is down to 50% though, and the Tinker dies for the second time. No more Pocket Factory. And the Naga has kind of to fight this alone. Is there a staff? Yes, there is. So finally checks Demon Hunter out for the first time in this fight. But he has these 2 giants. And they are ripping through the army of ReMinD. He comes in with his Demon Hunter. Maybe this is his savior. Another Heal Scroll will be available soon. Demon comes back in, saving his second Mountain Giant. That's 7 food. Or 6 food? Not too sure. And he has to be staffed out again. The damage of Czech is pretty good. And 50% of that, I guess, is the Demon Hunter. Just look at the right clicks. Ridiculous. But despite the misses, he catches a few good hits. Who loses the hero first will lose this fight. And most likely the first game. And ReMinD, wow, slow on the demon, but nice little cyclone. He runs back in after a potion. I don't really know why he's sticking to the talents. Of course he needs Fairy Fire in this hero fight. It's level 5 versus level 4 now. The numbers spell disaster for ReMinD, but once again he gets to the shop. Once again he gets a potion. Heavy investment though into keeping this Demon Hunter alive. And the potion is on cooldown. Okay, now it's finished. Dryad's MVP so far, Naga or Demon Hunter. What's gonna die first? The Naga is down! And now ReMinD without a hero at his expo, using all this mana he has for the Cyclones. Tinker is back, but he can't get anything here. Some Dryads, yes. It's a nice back and forth between the 2 players. And even though he has boots, he can't get the Mountain Giant. That would be an amazing experience boost. But since he has to share the experience by 3 heroes, this is all yeah, the experience definitely speaks for the for Czech, and we all know how strong it is when the Demon Hunter goes on to level 6 with Metamorphosis, the strongest ultimate in the game, or one of the strongest ultimates in the game. 54 food for Czech, but that's kind of misleading because with a few volleys those Mountain Giants will both be dead, and he's not willing to use Moon Juice, or well, there is none anymore. He will sacrifice 2 Wisps once again for the Detonate. Demon Hunter, there is no step of teleportation. He goes far out to get the Heal Scroll and the Invul. So if Czech engages now, This is really bad. How long until the Naga's back? Whoa. That's at least 40 seconds, 30 seconds maybe. And that's the time that Czech needs to capitalize from. First unit is down. Demon is back in, but the Naga is still missing. Very, very exciting game. Back and forth and back and forth. Cyclone again. But only on the Mountain Giant, not on the Painkiller. Mighty the Mud Golem, everybody, slowing down a bit. The choke is gone, and now the melee units are good to go. Heal scroll being used, so he has no healing anymore. Where's the Naga? Still waiting for her. She is not back on the battlefield yet. First Mountain Giant is down. Is he focusing the second one as well? Not really. ReMinD, of course, has the nice little upper hand that he can call mercenaries all the time. Tinker in problems again. Right clicks from the demon, and the Tinker dies for the third time. Poor little guy. But he did his job, spawned a new pocket factory. The Clockwork Goblins do an amazing job. Staff on the Mountain Giant keeps him alive, but that opened up the opportunity to get rid of the bears. Another bear is coming from the top, and the Naga, what a dieback this is, runs across the entire army. Big mistake by ReMinD, but still looking good for him here. Demon Hunter close to level 5 for him as well. How far is he from level 6? Only 1/4. 1/4 of a level.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
And still no expansion. And that might be great in the long run, because there are only 2 gold mines for each player on this map. And the main gold mines are down. So he moves his tree down to this position, and he has 12,500 remaining. For ReMinD though, only 7,000. So maybe starting this expansion was the wrong move. I think he shouldn't engage now. He should play it for the long run. Save his expansion. But wow, with all the Dryads and ReMinD investing so much into talents, it's really the hero that has to carry. And so far, he does a good job. But look at this. Speaking of heroes that carry, 7 experience away from the ultimate. But of course he needs all the mana. He needs a potion for that, so Czech really should retreat. He has no income at the moment, of course. But his army numbers are dwindling. Level 6, there it is. That's all he wanted. That's most likely all he wanted, going for the demon. Invo potion triggered. Well done, 170 gold gone for him. Naga's close to level 6 as well. Oh, Engine of War for ReMinD. This is his answer to the expansion. But I don't think he can survive with this. Since, yeah, there's an Engine of War of Czech's own. And the damage from the Tree of Eternity. But he only has to chop down the Entangled Gold Mine to deny his mining. Czech can't get a mana potion right now, since he is bankrupt. Tinker is coming back, Naga is on the battlefield. But yeah, this is his goal now. Buying some time with the Engine of War that works pretty damn good so far. But yeah, only 5,000 remaining. Knocking down an expansion is doable, especially with the Tinker and the Pocket Factory. On the other side, we are only waiting for Metamorphosis. Of course, ReMinD knows about this. Wanted to burn mana here And he has 300 available. So here we go. Metamorphosis, and there is no way in hell that ReMinD can fight this. Cyclone, of course, does not do too much. He has Dispel. He has a lot of Drides. He has a lot of Dispel. Gets rid of the Huntress Soul now. Focuses it. I think he's losing some damage here, especially on the Mountain Giant. Or Naga in problems. Has to be staffed out first. Heal Scroll has been used. And he had the splash damage from the Demon Hunter now. Is wrecking the Talons. And Check will not get to level 6 in some time. ReMinD, I mean, sorry. Metamorphosis ultimate once again winning a game, question mark. His expansion is safe. And he killed unit after unit. 36 versus 47. Demon Hunter is back in though. Naga level 4, level 6 now as well. Tinker, wow, saved by the heal scroll. And that's some nice experience here. Level 4 on her. No level 3 Tinker though. He had the chance of surrounding, but I think he has not enough sustainability to keep the surround closed, so he lets go of it. ReMinD is feeling the pressure.
The town is under siege.
He continues to attack the base. But with what? Metamorphosis again. Ridiculous cooldown. Fork Lightning kills the Tinker. Now there's no Pocket Factory anymore. Demon Hunter has to pull the Invo Potion, man. And he calls for a GG. Check with match points and the chance of advancing into the quarterfinals. Well done. Fighting against this expansion was not that easy. So yeah, only one map to go for Czech, 2 to go for ReMinD. We have another donation by Zariel. Oh man, thanks for subbing and donating. €5 to our end. That will be put to very good use. Thanks a lot. What the hell? Okay, here we go. Come on. So it's ReMinD's map choice now. Up. It is Last Refuge. So what's going on in the chat? I haven't seen a lot. Ah, yours is there. Nice to see you, buddy. Monkunechi, nice stream, man. Love your casting. Thanks a lot. I look tired, yeah. Well, I partied until 5 AM this morning. So, I am a little tired, but I'm never too tired for Warcraft. So, while this all is happening and we're waiting for the next game, oh, it's already started. Gotta invite the players to WCA Europe. Multitasking today, not really possible. So, Czech versus ReMinD, map number 2. Czech is 1-0 ahead. ReMinD has to win or he is out. By the way, situation in Group C is like this. If Agatha wins 2-0, then he is in the quarterfinals. If Lucifer takes a map from him, Bainey is in the quarterfinals. But we will check that later when the game starts. So, Engine of War on both sides for the shop here. And a Demon Hunter. And another Demon Hunter. No surprise here. No Huntress play, no Potom, no nothing. No Keeper. Just the regular. But once again, a map where Bears and Talons both are possible. Get the chat up again, so I see our comments.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, the Mountain Giant move was quite good. I think ReMinD had a lot of opportunities to kill them, both. But didn't succeed in the end. So that soaked up a lot of damage, and then even more damage, and even more damage, and so he didn't get the kills. Didn't get
A player's forces are
the experience he needed through the third hero as well. Big mana potion, not that great. Big healing potion, amazing. So little advantage for Czech from the first item spot here, but that will not decide the outcome of the game. Most likely not. More Wisp production, both heroes are level 2. He keeps the mana potion though, not selling it. That is very interesting, at least to me. What's he going for it? Or why is he keeping it? I mean, ReMinD with a slightly fast attack. But apart from that, very patient, very calm. This bout is.
A player's forces are under attack.
Little archer battle. Of course, well, there's once again no boots on both sides. Is it boots time already? Ah, now it is. Haha, reingelegt. Where did you get that quote from? Wow, that must be like a 5-year-old quote. Nice. It begins to stutter a bit here. That's not too good. Maybe we have to restream later, but then of course we don't have the in-game sounds. So, do we see any Huntress Halls? Nothing for ReMinD.
Are under attack.
Or, no, it's an Engine of Wonders. And for Czech... Ah, there it is. This time it's on time. That makes things a little harder for ReMinD, of course. ReMinD, the WCG and BlizzCon winner, who is not really back on track compared to all the others. I think if you want to translate that quote that I just mentioned, it is with only the presence of a mountain giant in a fight, you just change the game completely, at least psychologically. I think that's what the quote means. Might not be the best translation of all time, but I think you get it. Still no Huntress Hall for ReMinD, and I think we're at the point now where he did not forget it, but he plays Talons again, which I love. On the other side, we see the first... No Engine of Lore. Ah, Keeper of the Grove. I like that. So, not only 2 different unit choices, but also different hero choices. So, the question is... I know, does the Thorns Aura will not help him too much with the Keeper. So, it's only the Entangle, which can be dispelled. But of course he won't have Dryads, so that's the problem. Yeah, Engine of Wind it is! Demon Hunter is scouting this. We'll see the Keeper, I guess. Oh yeah, what else would it be, right? From this... from the altar. Nice little pickups here for ReMinD. First experience for his Naga, level 1.5 already. But level 3 on the Demon Hunter here, and he still lacks the level 2 mana burn.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Tier 3 halfway through. Once again, ReMinD slightly ahead. But this is one slow early game. And mid game.
The town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, I don't really like the Keeper choice. His damage is not too high. Entangle, well, kills the unit, I guess, or keeps one unit to a spot, so maybe you can surround it or something, but since he has no Dryads, he has no immediate dispel if there's no Wisps nearby. So I agree to a degree that this is okay-ish. But the Naga has so much more damage. They are both squishy, so that doesn't really change something. And ReMinD again with an expansion. Boots of Quel'Thalas, by the way, amazing item. Plus 6 damage, more attack speed, more armor. On the other side we have a Claw, 2 gloves and a circlet. So they might end up with around the same DPS.
A player's forces are under attack.
Tier 3 tech is ready, but the Adept upgrade is not. Wind of the Wind can return the favor now. Mana Stone on the Naga though, wow, she can spell a lot of Fork Lightning. Thorns Aura hype! True that. Will only affect the Demon Hunter. Maybe he goes for Treants, since there's no Dryads. That would be the wiser choice. This time he scouts the expansion early. And will most likely kill her, but ReMinD is coming from the north. And the north remembers, you all know that. Town portal. Will he get another kill and a bit of experience? No, but he loses a talent. Ah, okay, there he is. 1 talent for a Dryad, that's the trait you can do. And it's 39 food for ReMinD now. Of course, the investment into the expansion was quite big. For that, check gut units. That master training is ready.
A town is under siege.
And red spot for ReMinD. Maybe an aura. Ah, crystal ball. Wow, he's really unlucky with his drops, except well, maybe mana stone and boots. But on map number 1, there was nothing that really helped him. Bracers versus Fork Lightning, not that bad. Once again, ReMinD with a triple hero combo. Tinker, level 3 on the Demon Hunter here, level 3 on the Naga as well. And the Keeper is only level 2, so things are looking pretty damn good for ReMinD at the moment. Supply is equally, it's kind of the same. So here we go, I guess. Master Bears. Good amount of Dryads though. Can dispel pretty much. First Fork Lightning, the Anti-mana potion, anti-magic potion a little too late. Pocket Factory to block. Very well positioned here. First, there has to be staffed out, but the Tinker again in troubles. And there's the kill with Entangle, with Mana Burn. Nothing to gain here. Can he get the kill on the Naga as well? He has to retreat though. 41 food versus 46. Demon Hunter battle. Moon Juice is almost gone. That was the last bit. Is there another Tangle? Nope, there's not. Completely empty. This Keeper of the Grove is almost level 4. Check with a good fight so far. Didn't lose too much, but this Expo is up. The Expo is up and will be running in a second. This time it's not forgetting about the Wisps. So he will get a good amount of gold. Tinker is back, and I think he needs to shop. Whoa, he has a heal scroll and an Invo potion remaining. Yeah, ReMinD really likes his talents, that's true. He even plays them sometimes versus Undead, which is not really possible. He tried to make it work versus 1-0, but failed heavily. Check with the Shredder. Oh, he has really lumber problems through this little harass. And once again, he's going for it. For the Mountain Giants. It is a great alternative to bears, though. 1 or 2 bears are cool for raw and reju and stuff. But afterwards, kinda useless. Yeah, the clock is on, Chat says it. And he puts more pressure on Shaq. Nice supply advantage. Hero levels are better for him as well. Demon Hunter level 4 could change this to a degree, but still I would value the level 3 Naga higher than that. Entangle on the Tinker. This poor dude, man. Ah, being staffed out now. But he's really the victim here today. Always the first victim. Pocket Factory gone, that means level 4. That means a lot more evasion, that means a lot more toughness. So far, Czech is doing an okay job, but now loses the next Dryad. Dryads give a lot of experience. So every kill is worth it. Oh, there is more Fork Lightning. Mana Burn though. But only on the... No, that was from the Demon Hunter. He still has the heal scroll, he still has the Invo. There's not too much Czech can do at the moment. Except if ReMinD is overcommitting and he's only waiting for the Mountain Giants, obviously. Boing. Yeah, Mountain Giant is out, so he has the stone shield in front of him. But he's tanking now with his Demon Hunter. If that's the right choice, I don't know. Has to be staffed out, he's out of the fight, but he commits to the Naga, forces the town portal, now that ReMinD sees, alright. With low Naga against the Mountain Giant, with Moonwells, with some stuff in it. I don't want to fight this anymore, I can rely on my expansion, and he transitions into Dryads as well. Dryads, Bears. Bears, of course, the counter to Mountain Giants. Wellspring upgrade. ReMinD has now 4 production buildings, and he can just switch between units that are all useful to a degree. Czech is of course kind of stuck with what he has, that is Dryads, Bears, Mountain Giants. He has to be aware that there's an expansion. He just has to.
A player's forces are under attack.
Red spot for ReMinD. Maybe this time it's the aura that he needs. Cloak of Flames, great item. 10 damage per second. That is a lot.
A town is
4-3-2
under
now.
siege.
And Czech is coming. He has no... Okay, there's the club. Welcome to the club. And the siege damage is so great. Plus the bears, but ReMinD is portaling home. He will lose the Engine of Law and he will lose the progress on the Adept upgrade. So no rejuvenation. But running away against Cyclone, of course, not the easiest thing to do. Once again, he catches the Tinker with Entangle. And oh, wow. His HP cut in half with just 4 hits. Next Tangle. Well, before your mana gets burned, why not Tangle him? But Czech is in problems. That push did him no good. Wow, that mana burn. And the hits. Wow, Fork Lightning. He leaves with 1 HP. Czech, lucky bastard, or Gosu Micro. I think the latter, the first. Holy smokes. That could have ended the game right here, right now. Very, very tense and tight situation. Still no counter expansion. Czech has so much time. I don't really get why he's not going for it. With being a Knight of, it's so easy. But maybe here are 2 more expansions, so it doesn't really work that way as it did on Ancient Isles. So he's knocking his head against the door once again. And yeah, the immolation, you see it, does a good job. Chop is coming up though. Weird. One Mountain Giant is almost gone, but he stabs him out, so check on the way check on the way forward. At least to a degree, at least for some time. Bears are falling left, right, and center, and also the Mountain Giant. ReMinD looks like he gets his 3rd map. And the Equalizer. This is so much experience. So much experience from all the bears. Now the Dryads are of course a little problem because he has almost 0 piercing damage anymore. Tinker being staffed. But he can't really get a grip on the talents. And I like how ReMinD plays this. There's always so much space between Czech's army and his army. And now he gets the surround, and now he has the sustainability that he needs. And there's no town portal. GG! 1-1, Equalizer. ReMinD playing a lot better this game. Had the better timings down with his expansion. There was basically not too much that Czech could have done here. So I'm looking forward to map number 3. Guess the game is up. I'll tell you the map in a second. When I can join the game. Ah, there we go. Turtle Rock! Ooh! I've seen crazy Ancient of War Engine of War wars on this very map. And the game starts. Map 3, the decider. Who is going home? Who's advancing to the playoffs in Seoul? Two legends, two players who have around 14 years of Warcraft tournament experience on their bucket list, on their belt, on their feather hats. One of them will not have reason to be in TWCL anymore, and one will go to Sungyo's house, or Sungyoung's house in Seoul. We have another donation, by the way, by Anon. $9, I guess. Thank you very much for the support. We almost have our daily goal here. That's pretty damn cool. I don't know the name of my hair product. I will find out in a break. So after this game, I will tell you what I use. Thanks, guys. Thanks. So kind of you. So ReMinD, spawning in the bottom left, check in the upper right. And what I would love to see is mass Engine of Wars. The Ents are marching. Behind there, a group of talents. And then just fight each other, guys. Fight each other. For an eternity. It's kind of cannibalism, but whatever. We want to see you guys with the big right hands fight.
A player's forces are under attack.
So once again, both are going for the Demon Hunter, no surprise here. Well, on Todrock you can play something else sometimes, I guess, but you know, this is the solid choice, this is the reasonable choice. You don't want to see talents again? Why not, guys? I love talents with spares. But yeah, we'll see. So far, no signs for mass archers. Both of one, producing a little more. But you know, that's the usual case here. Why is he pinging there? Ooh, that was really close. The Magi creep that the orcs like to do are now in effect for Night Elves as well. Parrot of Vitality saved him to a degree, right? Yeah, that was really close. But a nice little edge. Oh, well, inexperience he will have after he does the little turtles. Check is walling off again. You seem to like it this way. I think ReMinD is playing talents for sure. Here's the tier 2 tag. Here's the tier 2 tag. Well, talents or Dryads, of course, a question. But talents are better against Engines of War.
Player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
This is all once again the calm before the storm. And we have a Hunter's Hall again, so we will see the same matchup we have seen twice already. Dryads, Bears, Mountain Giants versus Talons. And Talons work pretty damn good on TR. A lot of narrow positions. Oh, no, ReMinD is mixing it up. ReMinD is mixing it up with a Hunter's Hole way too late though. But this is the same for check. We don't start the Engine of War production yet. So maybe this is just bears and bears. Slightly wrong prediction on my end, but how would you know? 4 archers, that's the normal one. Lots of haste. The items this time not that great for Check's Demon Hunter. On the other side we see a circlet, claws, parry up's never bad to have. He has to be careful about his demon though. This did not work out the way he intended it to be. Finally he gets it. And Scroll of the Beast it is. That's a cell for sure.
Attack.
So Ancient of Lore, no tier 3 tech, there he is. And this time the Keeper, of course, makes a lot more sense. Ancient of Lore, but only 1 so far. Gets the Keeper as well, so yeah, bears. Bears, 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 bears. First little Antangle, but he will get away. There's no doubt about it. He has boots. Oh, will he? Getting close, but he has a Town Ball, so he's pretty safe. He wants to contest this Gargantuan Sea Turtle, though. Raw being used. He wants the right click so bad, but he has to portal out before 2 items used. The one he could have sold for 200 gold. And the 350 Town Portal. That's a huge loss for ReMinD. Without Check doing anything. And the second Ancient of Lore is coming up as well. No Ancient of Wonders just yet. No staff. And no experience on the Keeper. Looking good for Check here. Good experience advantage. On both heroes, actually. Well, on the Demon Hunter just slightly, but on the Keeper it's very easy to see. Ah, the raw cell is 100? Oh, I'm sorry about that, but yeah, 450.
A player's
not
forces
200.
are under attack.
Still a little hangover. Whatever. So we're waiting. It is 200? I was right. I was right. Don't trust the chat. Don't trust the chat. Lesson learned. Okay, we're back to 550 now. And that is a lot of gold that you want for bears. And you don't want to spend on a town portal especially. If you use it on scrolls, on items and other stuff, then it's good. But this time, let's check is getting the red spot. ReMinD at the moment looking very bad. Warsong Battle Drums, amazing item. Absolutely amazing. 10% damage. And the aura will do great in the first fight. Keeper, almost level 3. I'm wondering if he goes for level 2 aura. I think it makes not that much sense yet, because there's only 2 bears, and the Demon Hunter, who are affected by the aura. So Entangle might have a better effect. Yeah, 48 here, and Check will get the second red spot. That is so, ReMinD, I mean. This is so important for him. He needs a big item, and he needs all the experience that he can get. Second red spot for Check though. And he will have a level 3 Keeper for sure. Level 3.5, most likely. And he leaves the Ogre Lord there the entire time, providing the command aura. He gets... Catkiss Pipe of Insight. Alright. I bet he would have loved to go Talents now. But even for the bears, it's not that bad. Because they can spam Roar, and of course, lots of dispels on the giants. And more Entangled. So, it's nice. Which aura is better? I don't know. Can't really decide. Both are equal. Level 2 Thorns aura it is. Point of mana stealing. Not that great. ReMinD wants to engage. 50 food versus 49. I don't think that's the correct timing here for him to do such stuff. Level 3 for him as well. Thorns aura is of course in full effect on both sides. But ReMinD is definitely losing more. Check is microing the bears away. Can he get a staff? Nope, it's on cooldown. So he lost one bear. Replenishes or rebuys it immediately. Both on 55 on 50 food again. This time ReMinD has an Engine of War close by. No Nature's Blessing though. Bears versus 3 now, but the help of the Moon Juice. Demon Hunter pretty damn hurt. Entangle kills the first bear. Oh, staff, but oh, the damage over time is gone. Nicely done by Jack to save this bear. Now he kind of traps this Demon Hunter here. Can he escape though? Yes, he can. Reju has been dispelled. Reju on this bear, this Dryad now. But it looks like ReMinD is turning this game around to a degree. But of course the reinforcements come in very, very soon for Jack. Both are about to lose a bear, both are about to lose the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter of ReMinD might be staffed out, but there's cooldown once again. Jack is kinda surrounded here, but the one bear cannot do the job. And ReMinD has to retreat. I think he overcommitted to a degree. He cannot staff, mana burn kills him, and there is no disable possible at the moment. ReMinD with another loss. He's getting a lot of losses here. 57 for Jack. He's breaking upkeep now. And I think he had to survive this fight. No expansions on both sides. But of course the economy is working for ReMinD now. For some time. He gets more gold than his opponent. Invested into items, into upgrades. 1-0. And 1-1 soon versus 0-1. And this is ReMinD with his second Engine of War. Red spot. What the hell am I talking about? Jesus Christ. Level 4.5 on this demon. Hunter and Forest Troll is going down. Boots of Kel'Thalas again. This demon is packing a punch with plus 20. And the Tomb of Agility, even more damage, but he's not using it. I don't know why. Ooh, entangles around. Keeper has a staff, but he uses the town portal again. Check overcommitting, but expanding. But this has been scouted. Little distraction. Level 5 now. If the expansion comes through, it's looking good for Jack. If not, it's looking bad. 53 food versus 58. ReMinD is breaking upkeep now as well. Jack lost that bear, so he's down to 53. Bigger army, better heroes. Better items. Scroll of protection and a scroll of healing. He's ignoring the expo even though he knows about it. There's only one ranged unit for ReMinD. Maybe this position is bad for him. The Concave is working for him though. The level 4 Demon Hunter already in trouble. Level 5 is so much more everything. Ah, nice. He comes from behind to attack the bears from a different angle. I really like that move by ReMinD. Will it be enough though? Jack's bears are dwindling. They are losing more and more HP. Of course, Thorns Aura is working on both sides. Jack has to be careful with his Demon Hunter, but the bear count is 0. Oh, okay, 2, but will be 0 in a second for Jack. Focus on the Demon Hunter now. ReMinD, is he fighting his way into the quarterfinals here? And will Jack be eliminated after a good fight early on? 30 food versus 47, despite the fact that he had not the perfect fighting position. ReMinD adapted, came from a different angle, and might win this game here. Keeper level 4. The Demon Hunter. Plus 33 damage with Raw. And it's not been this build. This makes a huge difference. Expansion is up though. Will it be running? Will he have the time? I doubt it. He's moving out. He feels forced to move out, because otherwise he's losing all his buildings. There's always a good amount of rejuvenation thanks to the Cactus Pipe. The mana regen on the bears is great. He will lose one though, or is there a staff? Yeah, there's a staff ready. He even morphs him. Keeps him trapped in his own base. Well played by ReMinD. Jack is not supply stuck, but he has no gold to invest in anything or no free spaces. No slots, I mean. Losing another bear. This is too easy now. Too easy surround, but staff. Well done, actually, the surround. It's not that easy with bears. And he can't get the last hits with his keeper. A Naga would be amazing now. Demon Hunter again entangled. Staff is on cooldown. No items. Level 5 saves him to a degree. Level 6 for ReMinD again. And he turns this series around after being down 1-0. He wins map number 2, and it's fairly safe to say that he will win map number 3 as well. If he's not overcommitting here, but how can you overcommit against no Demon Hunter, against no Keeper? GG! Check out ReMinD advancing into the quarterfinals together with the likes of, let's see, together with the likes of Sock, Focus, Minyuk, Lawliot, Believe, Lucifer, and either Baney or Agatha. Yeah. That was a tight series. Very, very tight series. And yeah, good that we saw 2 Talon versus Bear matches. And I think in the end it was just smarter from ReMinD not to expand, especially on map 3. Czech tried it, failed. Then ReMinD with his genius move of sending the bears to the left. And so he deservedly won. Group D, therefore, is decided. Believe and ReMinD escaping from that group into the playoffs. We go into a little break, but not before thanking Mr. Dance Willie. $13 for us. The donation goal is reached. Thank you very much. That's a nice little birthday present from your side. And yeah, we go into a small break. And then we continue. I don't really know with what. I have to ask the admins. But we'll see about that. I'm going to inform you as soon as I know it. Small break here, back to Warcraft. We'll be right back.